Hello and welcome to What is the Backstory? Today we're talking about superstar Drake.
What's the backstory with Carlos Hardy? Yeah.
You have to be living under a rock to not know who Drake is. He's one of the best-selling hip-hop rap artists of all time. He's an extraordinary artist. He came on the scene maybe about 10 years ago and has been going strong ever since. But we all know what happens if you are a whether it's a musician, a baller, basketball player, a sports figure. There's always some type of stalker. In today's backstory, we're going to be covering Drake's life behind the scenes, okay? He wrote a song, I think it was maybe a couple years ago, and it was called Kiki. And that song, Kiki, was, like I say, it was phenomenal. It dominated all the charts, 1 gram, it did everything, and it was a really force to be reckoned with that year. Especially if you were an artist trying to put out a song, it didn't fare too well against that song because there was challenges and things going on behind that song. I personally I like Drake's songs when he does collaborations. I'm not too big of a Drake fan when it comes to his solo work. I love the collaborations with the Chris Brown, the Nicki Minaj, and all those different people. I think it makes him a full-body artist when he collaborates with people. When you are a public figure like that, there's always people trying to clamor and get close to you, and you don't know who they are, and sometimes that could be a scary situation. In the writer's room today, I wrote a short story about his song Kiki. Now, who is Kiki? People were saying at one point, people were saying that it was Kim Kardashian, then they were saying it was Kiki Palmer. They were just saying a lot of different things, but we really don't know. So I'm gonna tell you who Kiki is. Let's check out our writer's room so we can all figure out finally who Kiki is and why Drake wrote that song about her. It's 3 a.m. in the morning. Drake the rapper is fast asleep on a comfy couch in his state-of-the-art home recording studio. His head is buried under the couch's cushion. Without notice, he rises from the leather sofa. Both of his eyes flutter open, taking in the Biggie Smalls water painting hanging above his recording console. He reluctantly inhales an unpleasant smell. A whiff of charred meat seeps into his nostrils. A mushroom of thick smoke circles the room, prompting Drake into a panic. Who the fuck is cooking at this hour? Drake hops up from the couch and exits the room. He runs up the stairs into the hall. The corridor is overflowing with heavy smoke, which forces him into an immediate sprint to the kitchen. The annoying blurring of smoke alarms ricochet from one end of the house to the other. He turns the corner, halting in his tracks to notice a woman in his favorite red robe standing over the stove, cooking. Yo, who are you? He says with aggression at the hem of his questioning. The woman turns with delight, her full bosom greeting Drake in a low-cut bra with panties to match. Her boobs are enough to distract the rapper for a few seconds before he breaks from the seducing trance. I asked you a question. It's me, Kiki, from last night. Last night? Where? The party at Noble. Remember? We were celebrating your new song. The debilitating smoke makes it hard for him to catch a full visual of the intruder. The woman nonchalantly turns to continue cooking. Drake fails to piece together who the woman may be. He swats away smoke clouds from the room to gather a better view. You're going to burn my kitchen down. Where's Charles and Teddy? The woman places the burnt plate of food on the table. I sent your security home early. Come have breakfast with me. Drake nervously glances down both ends of his hall before triggering a switch, which ignites a massive fan on the ceiling. The intrusive breeze blows the woman's robe open, revealing her soft and supple chocolate skin color. Mesmerized, Drake attempts to maintain his focus, but her petite yet curvy frame keeps him teetering on the edge of lust. What's your name? Drake asks, moving closer to the woman. She keeps her back to him, almost keeping him in suspense. Kiki? From the corner of his eye, Drake notices a bloodied butcher knife sitting on the counter. But he tables his assumptions. A pot of oatmeal continually boils over, oozing from the pot and erupting on the stove surface. The woman ignores it, tossing a blackened piece of toast into her mouth. She sits. So Drake, are you going to have breakfast with your girlfriend? Drake keeps one eye on the oatmeal that's crawling down the stove and the other on Kiki. His words stutter uncontrollably. Sure, we can have breakfast. Let me go to the restroom real quick. A sadistic grin finds its way on her face. Oh no, you're not leaving my sight. The woman reaches for the knife from the countertop. She uses the bloody knife to spread butter onto her toast, pointing the sharp blade in his direction. Go on, Drakey, sit. You don't mind if I call you Drakey, do you? Drake reluctantly sits. His knees shake, tapping nervously on the table. Relax, Drakey. You act like you've seen a ghost. Kiki playfully sings, tossing her hair from side to side. Will you sing with me, Drakey? It's not the right time. Kiki lifts from the table, gripping the knife. She wipes the blood from the blade onto her bosom. Her tone shifts from sweet to stern. The smoke has cleared, giving Drake a repulsive view of the woman. You know, a wise man said it would never be just the right time. Drake clears the lump in his throat. Napoleon Hill. That's his quote. Kiki hysterically laughs while gleefully waving the knife openly. She whispers just enough to be heard over the ear-splitting smoke alarm. Drakey, I need what you promised me. Paralyzed with fear, Drake keeps his eyeballs on the blade she carries. What did I promise you? Kiki comes closer, smiling, looking down upon the wrapper, the blade softly caressing his chest. You promised me a baby, and I want that baby. I can't do that. Why not? I barely know you. But we made love last night. I don't remember that. Sure you do, Drake. You had it 3 ways to Sunday all over this house. Now give me my baby. You promised me. I promise I'll be a good mother. Kiki turns her back. Drake sees an opening. The rapper jumps up from the table, escaping into the hall. She quickly stalks behind him with vengeance governing her fury. Stop! You promised me, and I am not leaving without my baby. Drake takes small steps away from the woman. You need help, Kiki. You know what? You're right. I'm sorry, Drake. Kiki buries her face into her palms. Drake measures the distance from the door to where he stands. The troubled woman's head rises, and her raspy tone guides her into a song. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Drake takes off, running for the front door. Kiki frantically runs after him with the knife. The celebrated rapper opens the door and exits. The door slams shut. Within seconds, the blade repeatedly stabs viciously through the door, just barely missing Drake's face. Drake uses the extent of his might to hold onto the handle, keeping the door closed. He screams for help. Kiki, in an ominous cry, makes her demands known. Where's my baby? Fuck you, Drake. Where's my baby? She brutally slashes through the wood door. Suddenly, a piercing bullet releases from behind, drilling a hole into the door and into Kiki's chest. The woman's blade free falls. Drake swings around to notice his well-known rapper friend holding a gun. Bruh, you killed her. You killed her. Nah, bruh. We killed her. Kiki, are you listening? I know, right? Kiki's a freaking stalker. That's who Kiki is. Let's keep that real, Drake. I hope you enjoyed that small interpretation of, what I thought the song Kiki came from. Sometimes our biggest fans sometimes intrigue us just a little bit, and I think she intrigued Drake, which is why she ended up in his house, which is crazy. So I hope you enjoyed that. But for you writers out there, I want to give you my tip of the day, okay? A lot of times when you're writing any type of literature, music, or scripts or whatever, in the back of your mind, you're thinking someone's going to steal my product, or someone's going to steal my literature, someone's going to steal my music. I got a copyright. So for you writers out there, WGA, which is the Writers School of America, you can send your work there, whether it's your scripts, whether it's your books, whatever it is. It could be a game show, TV show, it could be a documentary, whatever. You package it up and you send it there. It's like $20. Go online. It's easy. It's secure. To give you a nice little confirmation number, and it secures your work for you. So that's just a simple way for you to protect your work, because you definitely want to be able to get residuals and be able to have your work have legs for you over the course of the year. So that's my tip of the day. Thank you so much again for joining on the backstory. I have more stories coming up, more, great, intensive stories coming up that's going to be really exciting. I really hope you have an awesome new year. I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in this year. It's going to be really, really fun, really, really great. Until next time, I'm Carlos, and this has been What is the Backstory?
What's the backstory with Carlos Hardy? Yeah, yeah, yeah.